As scandal swirls around the royal household back in London, Prince William has opted for a carefully timed departure to Rio de Janeiro next week, where he will preside over the prestigious Hearthstone Prize Award ceremony, the year's most significant gaming and esports event. The trip, positioned as a ceremonial duty befitting the Prince of Wales's expanding interest in digital culture and competitive gaming, serves a dual purpose: celebrating the world's finest Hearthstone players while providing a necessary respite from the mounting controversies threatening the monarchy's reputation at home. By placing himself at the forefront of this landmark event in Brazil's vibrant capital, William aims to reshape the narrative surrounding his public image, demonstrating his forward-thinking engagement with youth culture even as the royal family grapples with internal turmoil. The ceremony, drawing thousands of spectators and millions of viewers worldwide, represents both an opportunity for the prince to assert his relevance in an increasingly digital world and a strategic retreat from the relentless media scrutiny that has defined recent weeks. Whether this calculated move will successfully reframe public perception or merely underscore the tensions festering within palace walls remains to be seen. Prince William's strategic Rio journey amid domestic turbulence. Prince William is set to embark on a significant international voyage to Rio de Janeiro next week, where he will preside over the prestigious Hearthstone Prize Award ceremony, a high-profile engagement that underscores his growing role as Prince of Wales on the global stage. This meticulously timed visit represents one of the most consequential weeks of his year, offering a carefully curated moment of diplomatic prominence and ceremonial responsibility. Yet the timing cannot be overlooked. As William steps into the spotlight thousands of miles away to celebrate gaming excellence and international partnership, the royal household finds itself navigating considerable domestic scrutiny and scandal at home, making this Brazilian sojourn both a demonstration of unwavering commitment to official duties and a strategic pivot toward matters of international significance. Prince William's historic journey to Rio, a week of global recognition and international diplomacy. For Prince William, the forthcoming week represents far more than a simple ceremonial appearance. It marks the most significant period of his year, a time when the Prince of Wales steps into the spotlight of one of gaming's most prestigious platforms. The Hearthstone Prize Award ceremony in Rio de Janeiro stands as a major recognition event within the global gaming industry, drawing together competitors, enthusiasts, and media figures from across the world to celebrate excellence in competitive play. With international media attention focused intently on proceedings and a worldwide audience tuning in to witness the occasion, this journey abroad offers the prince a carefully timed opportunity to shift the narrative and demonstrate his engagement with contemporary culture and innovation, providing a compelling counterpoint to the domestic controversies that have dominated recent headlines back home. Prince William's strategic Rio journey amid domestic turbulence. The timing of Prince William's forthcoming journey to Rio de Janeiro for the Hearthstone Prize Award ceremony could hardly be more significant, arriving as it does during a particularly fraught period for the royal family back home. The departure next week represents far more than a simple diplomatic engagement. It constitutes a carefully calibrated retreat from intensifying domestic scrutiny, allowing the Prince of Wales to redirect both his presence and the media spotlight toward international affairs, at a moment when such deflection proves most strategically valuable. This week stands as the pinnacle of the prince's annual calendar, yet its prominence is inevitably shadowed by the unfolding scandal that has gripped the household, a juxtaposition that underscores the delicate balancing act inherent to modern royal life. By positioning himself on the world stage in Rio, engaging with prestigious international institutions and ceremonies, William effectively reframes the narrative surrounding his office, transforming a potentially isolating domestic crisis into an opportunity to project strength, duty, and global engagement precisely when the Crown most needs such reassurance. Prince William's historic journey to Rio de Janeiro's premier esports celebration is honestly quite something. Next week marks an unprecedented moment in royal history as Prince William ventures to Rio de Janeiro for what promises to be the year's most significant gaming milestone, the Hearthstone Gaming Tournament's prestigious prize distribution ceremony. This premier esports competition has drawn the gaming community from across the globe, uniting thousands of passionate players and enthusiasts who will gather to witness the crowning of champions and celebrate the pinnacle of competitive digital card gaming. The Prince of Wales's attendance at this landmark event underscores the growing recognition of esports as a legitimate and celebrated form of competitive entertainment, while his presence at the prize ceremony itself signals a watershed moment for the industry. For the gaming community, this week represents far more than the announcement of winners and the distribution of substantial prize pools. It embodies a collective celebration of skill, strategy, and the vibrant culture that has flourished around Hearthstone's competitive ecosystem. The convergence of royal patronage and grassroots gaming culture in Rio de Janeiro creates a uniquely symbolic occasion, one that elevates the tournament beyond mere competition into a genuine cultural event, while simultaneously offering Prince William respite from the turbulent domestic headlines that have characterized recent months at home. Prince William's historic gaming milestone in Rio de Janeiro, well, it's really making waves. Prince William's upcoming journey to Rio de Janeiro next week marks a significant moment in the modern monarchy, as he prepares to present awards at the Hearthstone Prize ceremony, a testament to the royal family's genuine engagement with esports and gaming culture. This visit underscores a deliberate effort to position the Crown as relevant and contemporary, acknowledging that gaming has evolved from a niche hobby into a global phenomenon that captivates millions. By personally attending one of the year's most prestigious gaming events, the Prince of Wales demonstrates an authentic interest in the digital age that resonates powerfully with younger demographics who might otherwise feel disconnected from traditional royal duties. The timing, coming amid domestic challenges that have dominated headlines at home, reveals a strategic pivot toward celebrating achievement and innovation on the world stage, a move that reinforces the monarchy's commitment to understanding and embracing the interests that define an entire generation. Through this gesture, Prince William signals that the institution he will one day lead is not merely preserving tradition, but actively evolving to meet the cultural landscape of the 21st century, proving that the Crown can exist comfortably at the intersection of centuries-old pageantry and cutting-edge digital entertainment. Prince William's Rio journey, balancing royal duty and domestic turmoil. As Prince William prepares for his departure to Rio de Janeiro next week to present the prestigious Hearthstone Prize Awards, an event that represents the pinnacle of his charitable endeavours this year, the royal family finds itself navigating treacherous waters back home, with a scandal of considerable magnitude threatening to undermine the stability of the institution itself. The decision to proceed with the international engagement, despite the brewing crisis on British soil, reflects a carefully calculated strategy to maintain the monarchy's global standing and prevent the narrative from becoming entirely consumed by domestic controversy. By focusing international attention on his philanthropic commitments and the positive work being championed abroad, the Prince effectively creates distance between the Crown and the scandal, allowing time for damage control efforts to take root at home. Yet this delicate balancing act requires meticulous attention to public perception, as any appearance of indifference or abandonment during a period of royal crisis could swiftly transform the international platform from an asset into a liability, making the upcoming week not merely about award ceremonies and ceremonial duties, but rather a masterclass in managing the complex intersection of personal integrity, institutional reputation, and the unwavering expectations placed upon those born to serve the nation. Prince William's Rio de Janeiro trip amid domestic controversy. Rio de Janeiro. Preparations. The Brazilian authorities have mobilized an extensive security operation to accommodate the Prince of Wales' high-profile visit to the Hearthstone Prize Award ceremony, one of the most significant events on this year's international calendar. Host city arrangements have been meticulously coordinated between Rio de Janeiro's municipal government and federal security agencies, with specialized protective details established throughout the venue and along all designated routes to ensure the safety of the royal visitor during what promises to be an intensely scrutinized week. Ceremonial protocols governing the prince's attendance have been carefully choreographed in consultation with palace officials, determining everything from the formal reception procedures to the precise moments of public appearance, reflecting the delicate balance between maintaining appropriate royal dignity and navigating the heightened sensitivity surrounding his journey away from the United Kingdom during the unfolding domestic scandals. Local government coordination has reached unprecedented levels, with Rio's officials working in tandem with British diplomatic representatives to handle logistical complexities, media management, and the intricate dance of state-level ceremonial observance that such a visit demands, ensuring that the Prince's presence at this prestigious awards ceremony proceeds without incident, despite the controversial circumstances that have prompted his departure from home. Prince William's Rio journey, timing, coverage, and the court of public opinion. The international press has seized upon Prince William's upcoming departure to Rio de Janeiro, with the kind of fervent attention typically reserved for major diplomatic incidents, with outlets from London to Los Angeles scrutinizing not merely the ceremonial aspects of the Hearthstone Prize Award, but the strategic timing of his absence from home. Major news organizations have questioned whether the Prince of Wales's decision to embark on what promises to be the most significant week of his year comes as a calculated move to distance himself from the mounting scandals that have gripped the monarchy in recent days, a narrative that has dominated headlines and fractured public confidence. Social media has become an amplifier of this discourse, with trending hashtags and viral discussions reflecting a deeply divided public sentiment. Some defending the Prince's commitment to international obligations, while others view the journey as a poorly timed escape, a perception that has only intensified the news cycle's relentless churn and forced palace communications teams into damage control mode. The confluence of royal duty, personal crisis, and the modern media ecosystem has created a perfect storm of scrutiny, where every detail of his travel arrangements, every statement from his office, and every comparative image posted online feeds into a larger narrative that threatens to overshadow the legitimate achievements and honours he will receive in Brazil.